kind of covers the equipment so that it's going back to the level. But I don't know what environment they live in. I'm thinking you would know what rocks or wood or plants. But if we could cover this side and the back and leave this side open for our viewing space,
Okay.
I think that would be a good natural scene.
Well, keyholes aren't particularly particular to anything as long as they have a place to escape. They probably prefer a thicker plant. But you can do some a little bit of rock work if you want. What are you thinking as far as plants?
They're not going to get much bigger, right?
They'll get a little bigger.
So probably some. I like the grasses across the back, but Anubias and swords so that they have something to hide in.
With the smaller Anubias like the nano or the nano or the barterai.
Barterai, yep.
Or you get the nano gold, like short.
Micro short. That's close to one already in there, except that one to stay on short. Right.
Ah, that's a good one. Well, what are the short grasses?
Oh, micro.
That's my first word. Sounds like a natural habitat to me. Let's go.
When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love.
See what kind of trouble Father Fish and Brenda have gotten into. Whoa, look at this, guys. The Cave of Anubis Mystery. That's pretty cool. How you feeling about that?
I'm not ready yet.
Not there yet?
No.
I really like this part.
Yeah.
It's almost like we'll come down here, guys. It's like a little temple, like a little pagoda.
We have pre-soaked botanicals. We got some seed pods and some gumballs. These are good for your little ecosystem. A lot of little critters will live in there, and biological stuff that helps your tank process. Something short and weeping willows, you know what I mean? I don't remember what it was called, but there was a red. Ah, Bryce, here. What is this?
It's the red Reuben soap.
Red Reuben soap. That makes a lot
Aquatic.
of hiding areas.
So the taller ones are your terrestrial, and your shorter ones will be what it transforms into. After it's been in the water a good while,
Gotcha.
emergent growth. Start short.
See, if we put that around the little structure that she builds, then they can hide all up in the.
Yeah.
Let's do two of them.
Two.
One on each side of the structure.
You can pop off the old leaves to make it transform a little bit faster.
Okay.
Because when they're sticking out, hogging all the sun, the little ones on the bottom do not get enough.
And that's not going to hurt the plant at all?
Nope. It'll just help it transform into the red part of the red Reuben a little quicker.
Yeah, I think the broadleaf will give them shade and hide area.
They look great once they're fully transformed. I don't think I have any fully done ones yet.
So explain to us one more time, Bryce, what you're doing here with these larger leaves.
Flipping off the ones that were formed terrestrially, and when they stick out of the water like those down there, they hog all the nutrients, and your new leaves, your red ones, won't really come in as quick until they're gone. I could pop them all off if I wanted, and then you'd be left with pretty much the end result. There's not much left. Down to scraps.
If we took this whole patch and put it right in the center front, I think that would look amazing, and it would give them something to graze on. Also, we'll probably put a pleco in there and we'll give them something to graze on.
Much all I do to harvest it's just chop out an area so it doesn't take all the dirt with it. Full patch. We usually will rinse it and then just sink it right down. The longer you let it go, the easier it'll be to not mess up your tank.
So kind of walk us through what you're doing right there.
Just trying to rinse the excess dirt off the bottom and free up the roots so they can actually sink down into your sand and stay anchored. When you leave all that dirt on, it usually just floats right up to the surface.
Would you recommend they do this in maybe a separate piece of
Yeah.
water other than their fish tank?
Yes, without a doubt. It's just the closest I've got on hand. Shrimp don't mind it.
Not at all. They love it, actually. Look at that.
She's got two little
Wonderful.
there.
Yeah, you got 2 nice clumps of money out of that. That's a good piece. This stuff looks really good.
This whole tray was full a couple weeks ago, and that was from 1 cup of our portions.
That's
Gone
crazy.
a lot.
Fairly big. So there's our Monty portions that Jennifer's going to use in the scape.
In front of our pile.
So we're just getting a little pile here.
Stockpiles. And we go check out stem plants.
Walk outside and look at stems. Okay, so this is an outside area. It's actually behind the shop. And what we've done is we've set up these bins with a lot of the stem plants that we carry. And they propagate much faster and they grow a lot faster out in the natural sunlight. You don't have to, the water is showing some color, etc. But when we pull the plants, they just look absolutely beautiful. Got some Nicaea gold. That's a beautiful plant. And some Rotala Vietnam. See, you can
Here's
see.
an example of the thing I was talking about with the sword. When it's exposed to all the light up top where it's floating, the bottom doesn't always hold up too well.
And you can also see at the bottom here, these round leaves are the terrestrial form. And as you can see, as we come up, as it transforms, they change shape a little bit and change color.
These are the high grow. You might only want one of them because they'll get a bit large.
And that's a high grow blue.
What is this one over here? I think
That
that
is Pogo
Stem stellatus. Yep, that's a great plant.
We got a massive one in with Rupert the lungfish.
that's a lot of hiding area.
It's a beautiful plant.
All right.
It flows. It has a very nice
Yeah.
flame. Florida ruffles really.
See, that's what I was thinking, bushy. And plant all of that together. Oh yeah.
These are going to be some happy keyholes. Look at all. So what we're going to do is when Jennifer scapes it, she's going to spread these out in such a way that when they kind of unfurl, the foliage and the branches kind of unfurl, she'll create hundreds of hiding spots for those little keyholes. So when they feel, desperate or need to retreat, or they want a little bit of a sort of silence or peace to eat their meal, they'll just kind of swim in there and they'll find that peace.
What's this one here called?
That is the Temple Green.
Yep.
I want this one.
Agrophilia cormbosa, I believe is what that's
These
called.
ones look like big old trees.
Yeah, we're gonna put that on the opposite side of the tank.
I had my finger in that shot just now. Sorry, guys. It's Hygrophila cormbosa is what this is called. Temple green.
Top she usually goes a little
Look at that.
reddish purple.
Yes, that's great. I love that.
New growth down on.
Great plant.
They're very hardy.
They are. Yeah, Florida ruffle's nice. So there's our stem pile. This is going to be a beautiful tent.
think I'm gonna leave that one there. It's gonna create a little bit more bushiness for them to hide in. And we've got a rock sculpture coming that will be their house, and we'll put it here. So we're gonna clear out that area. This is all chain sword. It spreads really quickly. It's great for covering the bottom of the tank if you like the grassy effect. Also very easy to remove. So behind our little house structure, we want some tall things that are gonna kind of cast over it. We got all the plants that me and Bryce pulled. These are from the stem plants. And you can plant them all together as a group, or you can separate them. A lot of people say they do much better when you plant them together as a group, but for this aquascape, we are separating them a little bit. That way it'll make kind of a little forest behind his house. When you're planting, you don't want to push them too far down. You just push them into the sand layer. And then you can push a little bit of sand over them.
So the Keyhole Cichlids are super nice community fish if you guys are thinking about them. They can, get up to about 4 or 5 inches. They can. It's not super common. But they are a super peaceful South American cichlid. So they're generally found in the Amazon River basin and the tributaries, kind of the offshoot tributaries. They aren't known to be aggressive or anything like that. They're kind of known to be a little secretive and fairly shy. So that's why they work so well in communal tanks, because they won't really put pressure on any of the other fish, as far as feeding or anything like that.
And since we're gonna have their house and hiding areas over here, that's gonna fill that area. So now we're gonna go to the other side of the tank with the broadleaf kind of tree-looking plants.
The high grow, yeah. Those look nice.
And we're gonna make that be a little forest area. Because everybody knows when you come out of your house, you want to look at a forest. Maybe one day we'll do a city streets aquascape.
You kind of want the tank. When you're scaping, you can kind of just scape it to your own taste, but she already had a vision for this tank, the whole row, so she's just sort of continuing what was started here. And look at this, guys. Look at this. Look how beautiful this flows. And just, if you notice for a second, and I'll stop, notice the behavior of the fish. Ember tetras, cardinal tetras, there's danios, there's so many different fish in here. There's even some betta. And they're all just living in harmony. And the way that they accentuate the plants and the way that the tank is scaped, it really, this forward area sort of gives you just that landscape. So when you kind of pull back on it, it just looks so beautiful. Okay, so we'll go back down to the keyholes.
So here we're kind of just pushing the angling so that everything angles towards the back.
The sponge is clean, so we just wanted to bring you back. Just a quick water change.
Just let that clear up for a few minutes.
But it's looking pretty good, guys. And you can see the difference that made in just, just that couple seconds. Just the clarity of the water. You don't really see any of the precipitants. And if you kind of come down, you can. There's still some. See that kind of stuff that, there's some. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. You just got to kind of get it close enough and work with what you got. Just have fun with it. It's the biggest thing. You don't have to stress or worry. You just have fun with it. You just look and kind of feel the flow, use things inside your house as inspiration, colors for plants or textures.
There's a lot you can do with these. So you can see if you kind of come down, I showed them this one. But, they'll all have a little bit of a difference.
This one's absolutely gorgeous. So if we just come up here, it has a similar
but a different flow. You know, this one is more about the partition, the separation. The ladies are back.
Okay, push that stuff back, or you got it? So if there's any kind of connections that you don't want bendable, just make small adjustments. In the wild, we don't see the glue that holds things together, but it's always there.
Nice.
And it makes a beautiful little cave for them to swim back behind. So for little micro adjustments, we take a pipette and you can just blow your sand out of the way and back off of your mosses without disturbing anything. I'm going to add some more swords along the back here because we want all of the equipment hidden.
They fall all the way down.
Much harder to see the filter now. Now we move on to hiding the heater.
That pogo completely covers that filter.
I love it. And that's also going to be a lot of hiding room for them. The more comfortable they are, the more natural they act. And as with any ecosystem, you got your grass growing all over the place. Bryce, what is this one called again, please?
Sia golden.
The sea of gold. So we'll spread these out for the contrast in color, so it gives it a little bit of pop. So we're not going to push the plants all the way to the bottom where your dirt layer is. We're just pushing into the sand, and we're going to let the roots and let the plant do the rest. They will reach down and take up all the nutrients from the dirt layer that they need. These keyholes over here are already loving life. Found their little house, loving their caves. Ah, those are perfect. Make maybe a little rock thing in that little corner. Just a little pile over there. Here. Yeah. Type in there. Beautiful. You think we should stick a bunch of those under the rock you're putting now? Or keep sprinkling those? Oops.
Watch for last so content, so happy.
Oh wow, that was it right there. And we're just gonna put this one over here for a pop of color. Bring some life to the back. We're gonna leave this one all in one bush. You can still see the red on that heater, and I don't like it.
Well, we just put cold water in there.
No, this red here, we're gonna cover.
Oh, that.
I'm gonna plant this right in front of that. Fluff it out. Where'd the heater go? Get your longer stem plants, and you got a little bit of not healthy at the bottom. You can always cut that off so that you're healthy. You've always got roots all the way up a stem plant. And whoop, that's gonna need Brenda's assistance. It wants to float. And we'll just put a little bit of weight on the bottom.
Wow.
Now, we can spread this out, pull some of this forward. Bring that watermelon pink and green out. And some of those fluffy leaves out. Put a couple right there just to kind of
Nice.
And just for fun, we've got a little piece of driftwood. A little bit of character. A keyhole habitat.
Impossible to catch them at it.
Yeah.
We got to figure to catch them, I think.
Well, we've got a big open. All of this we can net.
Good morning, fishy friends. So it's the next day, and I just wanted to take a minute to show you guys how this tank ended up looking that we scaped on the video. The Walichi looks really interesting with the rock work and the snail. I really like this part. The keyholes, see, they're kind of exploring, kind of making it their own already. Beautiful. What do you guys think?
And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it's been a learning process.
I
Let's
have
go on. Thank you.
traveled the
Bye for
world
now.
over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishies as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon